Hi guys, Ann here, and today we have a coffee talk video. So if you don't know what that is, this is a new series that I'm having on this channel where it's in the morning, I just wake up, drinking my morning coffee and just chit chat, and I have absolutely no makeup on. I did wash my face, put my skincare on, and put a little brush through my hair, and I did brush my teeth, but that's it. And we just talk. I'm still in my pajamas. I'll show you my pajama pants. Ooh, you see? They are Christmas PJs. I made some breakfast. I have to go grocery shopping later on, which I'm going to be vlogging and stuff, like doing like a car vlog. So I had to do, these garlic bread. And then I have just some scrambled eggs with some cheese and like a little salt and pepper in there. So my last video, I talked about like YouTube. I don't know if this is too bright or not. I talked about like what I know about YouTube, why I started YouTube, when I started, little secrets with YouTube, you know, like if you're not getting the views, you know, like what YouTube told me, change the thumbnail, the title. I also talked about like how much money I make on this channel. And I was like, I have nothing to hide. I know some people are saying, you know, that's too personal. It's nobody's business. But I know there's always a lot of questions like, how much do people really make? And based on me having 12,000 subscribers, with the amount of views I get, I just wanted to show like, we don't make as much as you think. Because some people think that YouTubers make all this money. No. And then some people that are YouTubers have smaller channels think that we make all this money. Now, there are things like sponsorships, affiliate links, different things like that that you make money off of as well. So you can make more money. On this channel, not so much. I don't, you know. Also, you know, you have to understand, like, they don't take taxes out either. So if you're making $700-800 a month, like on this channel, once you take you have to take taxes out yourself at the end of the year, you're really bringing home $400 or $500. Do you know what I mean? That's nothing to live on. I did ask you guys, like if you had any more questions, let me know in the comments. And I think that's what I'll do instead of making a separate video. Well, I do plan on making a video of like how I edit, how I do my thumbnails, all that type of stuff. But I think on my coffee talk, you know, that I would answer like some questions. So one of the questions I get asked is like, how do you handle drama on YouTube, like trolls and all that type of stuff? That there's a lot of you that want to start a channel, but that's what's stopping you. Or that you just started a channel and, you know, you just want to know how to deal with it in case it happens. Now, I will tell you, so once you have a YouTube channel, you are considered a public figure. And people can make videos about you. People can give their opinions about you. And there's really nothing you can do. People can comment. Now, you can put where no comments are allowed. You can also put hold comments for review yourself. In other words, that you hold all the comments and then you go in and approve what comments that can be shown. You can have block words, so that way those comments don't come up. You can delete their comment. You can block the person. There's things that you do have control on your own channel, but you can't control somebody from commenting, if that makes sense, you know, but you can control how you act with that comment. And I don't have anybody blocked, not one person. Even with the beef I had with people, I don't have anybody blocked. I don't delete comments unless it's a racist comment. Then I do delete it. Or sometimes, let's say somebody makes a comment and then somebody makes a comment under that and there's like a big thread and it starts to becoming a big fight or argument, I might just delete the whole thread, you know. But other than that, I don't delete comments. I know there is a glitch because a few of you have said every time I make a comment, it keeps deleting. That's not me doing it. I don't know why YouTube does that. Because I don't have any block words except for like the N word, like certain things like that you shouldn't be saying. But I don't have like cuss words blocked, like shit, fuck, you know, like all that stuff, you know. So I don't understand why it's doing that. It's still pretty early in the morning. It's like 7:30 in the morning, so my mind isn't fully awake yet. I got up around 6 today, 6 in the morning. But I actually went to bed earlier than what I usually do. So I got about 4 hours of sleep, so that's pretty good. But anyway, back to the drama. So you can't control that. I remember, I've said this before, when I started YouTube, I didn't know about trolls, that people leave mean comments. I did not know people were mean like that. You know, like what they call it, keyboard warriors. I know it sounds very naive, but you got to remember, I only knew about YouTube 6 months prior to make my video, before I start making videos. And the videos I watched were like unboxings, and there wasn't a lot. They didn't have like a whole lot of subscribers, so there was a lot of support. And when I would watch beauty channels like Nikki Tutorials, Jaclyn Hill, you know, they were all loved and all that stuff. Like, you never really seen that. Like, there wasn't a lot of drama like the lipstick gate and all that stuff. We're talking about 2016 when I start watching YouTube, beginning of 2017 when I made a channel. There wasn't all that stuff then, so I really didn't know about that. And I remember, so I've told you, like, I was at one of my deepest depressions when I started my channel, and I needed something to do to get me to get dressed every day. Not every day, but you know what I mean, to like get me up and doing something instead of just laying on the couch, not taking showers for 3 to 4 days. Well, let's keep it real. I was deeply depressed. It just gave me a reason to get up and do something, if that makes sense. I was at one of my heaviest weights besides being pregnant. I think I was like I was like 194 pounds. And for me, that was a lot. I'm only 5'3" and 3/4. Can you talk, Ann? And that's, for me, that was just a lot. And I wasn't, I mean, gosh, I remember being 120, 125 pounds soaking wet at one time, you know. My goal is to be 140. I'm about 160 now, like, or maybe 159. I want to get down to 140, nothing smaller than that. So understand, like, for me, that was my heaviest weight. I was big at that time for myself. Like, that's how I looked at myself, you know. I was also very insecure, which I'm actually making. I started the video, but I'm actually making the video today. Will be on my main channel. And that's something that you do not want to miss. But I don't want to give too much detail on that. And so I can remember this exactly. The first mean comment I ever got, somebody says to me, "You look like you eat 800 Big Macs." And I remember I just started crying. Because when you're depressed anyway, like every little thing, I mean, somebody could just say something, you take everything, it's like 10 times more. And I was like, oh my God, people really, you know, I don't know. And I've shared that before. I've shared, like, I wear too much makeup. I need to know that God doesn't make every woman beautiful, and no amount of makeup is going to fix that. I would get a lot of comments about the makeup. I need to blend. I wear too much. But I was newly into makeup. Like, I wore makeup before in high school, but very minimal, you know? And before I did YouTube, it was like 10 years before I put any makeup on. So like and you got to remember, and so with YouTube, that's when full coverage, like all, like smoky eye, all of that. So I went right into not wearing makeup to boom. So yeah, go back to my earlier videos on my beauty channel, like, it wasn't blended. I would have my eyeshadow way up here. I would have like eyeshadow way down here. I mean, people call me a raccoon. I mean, sometimes I still go a little far down, you know, but you know, but I was still learning. I wasn't beauty channel. I was like an unboxing channel, but I would still get, you know, or why don't you wear your hair down? Or why don't you wear your hair differently? Like I said, I will be making a video on that and showing you guys exactly why I don't wear my hair down and stuff, and what's going on. And well, you know, like that'll be on my main channel. So I'll leave the link to my main channel down below. And it was just, for me, I've never had anybody say stuff like that to my face, you know? And I kept thinking, and why would you? Why would you do that to hurt people? Well, then you learn, you get thick skin. After the hurt and crying, you get thick skin, and you learn that people are just miserable. Misery loves company, because a good, decent person would never come out of their face and say something like that to another human. They just wouldn't. And most of the people that are comments, people that are making those comments, they don't have a picture of themselves. They either have a cat picture or a dog picture or a circle with just the letter of their name, an S or A, like for Anne, or something like that. They don't show them because most of them are making those comments are insecure themselves. You know what I mean? Or depressed or don't like their lives. And so they want to bring the negativity on you. Sometimes people are jealous. Sometimes, do you know what I'm saying? I don't know, but you learn to have thick skin. So if you want to start a channel, you have to know, like, people will comment, and you can't control somebody with commenting, but you can control on your channel, like I said. But I mean, you're going to get it. But when you first start, you're not going to get a lot of that anyway, until people, till you start getting a following, YouTube promotes you, all that type of stuff. However, even me, with the comments that I get way more positivity than I do. I don't really get negative comments. I can't remember. I might get people that, we agree to disagree. I may get people that have constructive criticism, but it's not meant in a mean way. And I always say to you guys, let me know how you feel. Tell me down below. So like, I'm literally asking you guys. I can't expect everybody to agree with me. And I don't want like yes people. I want people to tell me if there's something I'm not doing right or that I can do better. Like when I tried my microphone and stuff, like tell me, because I won't know how to do better if nobody tells me. I remember when I first started learning how to edit, and I like to be creative, like especially when I'm in the mood. And I that's when I found out, like, because I did YouTube for 1.5 years before I even knew how to edit. And so I kind of like went ham. So like if I said the word birthday cake, I would put an emoji of a birthday cake. If I said watermelon, I would put a watermelon up. If I went overboard because it was exciting to me. It was it was creative. And I remember somebody was like, I don't know who taught you to edit, but whoever did, like, and I, because it was like, it was a little too much. And I was like, all right, all right, I get the picture. And, but if nobody told me, how would I know that's annoying? Does that make sense? Now, sometimes, like, people are just, it's me, like, sometimes, like, when I'm doing an unboxing, and let's say I'm looking at this, and this is big, I'm like, she's pretty thick, and then I do that. That's just how I am in real life, and I'm not going to change who I am. That's just me. I'm not going to be fake on here. If you either like me or you don't, there's no gray, But other things, I want the constructive criticism, Now, let's talk about the drama, because I've been in some drama. I'm over here running my mouth. I'm not even eating. My eggs are getting cold. Look, I said I don't want these coffee talks being over 20 minutes, but I'm just a talker. See, when I started my channel, like I said, I was at one of my deepest depressions. My deepest depressions is when my mom and grandma passed and all that other kind of stuff. I was looking for friendships. I didn't have friends for a long time. My choice. I didn't trust people. I am the type of person, I'm very loyal. I was sentenced to 4 years in jail because I didn't rat my friends out that blamed me to do something. And I still never ratted them out. That's just how I am. And so when that happened, I chose to leave everybody alone, get myself together, stay out of trouble, get off of drugs, stop the drinking because I was an alcoholic, and all that kind of stuff. Like, I chose to get my life together. And, when you have to leave people, places, and things. You have to. So like I said, it was like 10 years, and I wanted friends or to like have people to talk to. Now you guys know, I never said this before, but me and my husband never had a really good marriage, right? My kids were getting older. So when I started YouTube, my youngest was 12, Lexi was like 16, Tyler was 21. So my 16 and 21-year-old, they were with their friends or whatever like that. Isaiah, a boy at 12, they're in their room. They're boys. They don't talk to their moms, like, do you know what I'm saying? Unless they're hungry or something like that. And my husband was never home, and whatever he was doing, whatever. And then he wasn't the type of person I could talk to, So I would just cry all the time. So when I did start a channel, I was a type, I trusted everybody. I had the mind frame, I trust people until they do me wrong. And like my best friend, Lisa Smith, she says to me all the time, no, you have to gain their trust. And I couldn't understand it, I'm like, well, no, and so I did. I wanted to just be friends. So if there was other YouTubers, I'd reach out on their DMs and be like, hey, or whatever the case may be. When my channel started growing, I knew how to edit and different things like that. If I knew somebody, like they would say on their channel, I feel like there's a piece of hair or something right here. You ever have that and it like bothers you? And, if they would say in a video how like they weren't getting any views or they were, whatever, I would reach out and say, hey, well, maybe try doing this. This is what happened. This is what I did that helped me, or whatever the case may be. Or like, are you tagging your videos? Let me show you how to tag, or what I use to tag. I was always that type of person. And then when I became friendly with you, I'm not saying people were my friends, they were more associates, but that's just how I was. And you guys know, so if you're used to this channel, I am an Aries. So I'm very high strung. I'm very short tempered, but I get over things very quickly. I rant, I vent, I'm emotional, probably emotional and stable. I don't know. Some might say, I'm the type, I just have to rant, and then after it's done, I'm over with, I feel better. And so I trust it too much. Because I am the type of person that if you tell me something and we talk and then we stop being friends, I'm never, ever, ever going to tell somebody what we talked about. I did not know people screen record, like conversations. I did not know people save text messages, because I use my phone and everything to do it in storage reasons. Like I delete every texts. I delete Instagram messages. I call it my walkie-talkie when you do the voice messages. I always do, because there's no reason to keep it, because I'm not going to, like, you know what I mean? I mean, I've known people to keep text messages of you for 2 years and hold that against you, And so if I just needed somebody to vent to, or I did. And because I had nobody in my personal life to talk to. And people can use that against you when they're upset. People can rely on you. If God forbid your channel grows and there's this competitive, they'll say, I've already had people say, oh, well, one person say, well, Anne's very competitive. She was so competitive, and would tell all these people, and I didn't know people thought this of me. And it's like, what? Like, how am I the one that's competitive if I have more subscribers and get more views? And I'm not being catty. I'm just saying, where's the competitiveness on my side? Do you know what I mean? It's just weird that I didn't know people were like that. And so anyway, because I was so open and friendly, and I told my business. I mean, I used to be the type of person in 30 minutes, you'll know how many people I slept with and all that kind of stuff. I was just very open like that. And I learned now, no, you can't be like that. But that's just how I was at that time. In 2019, when my mother and grandmother died the same year, and then my daughter almost died. She almost died twice in October. She had blood clots. They took out 10 centimeters of blood clots but she had 2 in her heart and a big one. It's called a pulmonary. I just say blood clots, but I don't know the proper word for it. And she was in heart failure, so they had to do emergency surgery and stuff. And so anyway, she was okay. And then maybe a week and a half later, she caught a blood infection, which almost killed her. So that was almost stopped her heart. So that was a whole nother thing. And then, like I said, my mom was dying. She died a month later on Thanksgiving. So can I just tell you, emotionally, and I wasn't in a good marriage. So all of that combined, I was really effed up in the head, and I wasn't a nice person. Let's keep it real. I just thought about me. I was going through so much, even like when I moved into this house a year later after my mom and them died. At that time when I moved in here, me and my husband had separated the first time, and he was 3 weeks later, he met somebody else and like moved in with them. I mean, it was just a whole mess. Our heat didn't work, okay? This was because there was a fire here and nobody lived here, and it does, anyway. So like, I would literally, and I would go downstairs and make coffee, and I had to wear gloves. It was terrible. And I had no family or any in-person friends to even come over to my house to try to help me or see or what have you. And my health was not as good. I did not know that my heart was as bad as what it was, and my sugar and all that other kind of stuff. So my point is, not making any excuses, I didn't realize how mean I was, and I was about myself. I mean, I remember how I would talk to this one person every morning. We talked, and I wouldn't even say, "How are you?" I would say, "Oh my God, it's so cold in here," and blah blah. And I mean, you can say the sky's blue, and I could be like, "No, it's not. It's green." I was always arguing and I was that type of person. I didn't see the good in anything. However, nobody told me I was like that. So I knew I was like that, but I didn't realize how bad I was. And so you can, every little thing got to me. I vented to people. If somebody made a video on me because of the first issue that I had with somebody that was like lied and everything like that, like I said, I didn't know that she was telling people this type of stuff, which is, we're over past that, but I'm just saying. So if another person made a video on me, it's like, and this person would make video and video and video, it was like, I was so angry that I was taking it out on everybody. So it's like, I wanted to see her go down. So anybody that wanted to make a video on her, yup, she did this, sending video. Like, I mean, that's not even me, but I did it. Some people might say I was toxic. I wasn't toxic. I was grieving. I was having just life. And I had to realize that sometimes people, they can empathize, but they really don't understand, because if their parents are still alive, if their mother's still alive, if they're in a happy marriage, if their, let's say, husband is hands-on, like knows how to fix things or what have you, or helps financially. Because remember, my husband didn't even help me financially, right? And, you know, they don't understand. I also, like, my kids were getting older. So I was like going through that, like an empty nest syndrome, even though they were still home. Why my friends, they all had younger kids, or if they didn't have any kids, they couldn't relate. And I get that now. Therapy has helped a lot. But I understand that now. But at that time, it was, let me see. I don't even know how I got this. We're talking about drama on YouTube. But my point is, I had my share of drama because I wasn't always a nice person. You know, like I said, but even though I was going through all that stuff, it was not an excuse. What I should have done is say to people, look, right now, I am emotionally fucked, okay? I'm not in the right headspace. I can't talk to you. I wish people would have came to me and said, Ann, you're negative. I got my own problems. I don't want to hear about your problems every day. I can't talk to you, or you need to stop doing this. I never had that. Do you know what I'm saying? So I had drama. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because, you know, if just in case you're new, I don't want people thinking like, oh, you're so, no, I was a fucked up person for a couple years. Let's just keep it 100 and raw. You know, I wasn't always a nice person. And my mind was like, I thought, I never understood, like, where's the loyalty at? If you don't want to be friends with me, or we're not friends, why are you threatening to show my like, you know, I didn't understand that life. So what I'm trying to tell you, making a long story, when you do have a channel, stay out of people's fights, drama. You don't even see me in live streams unless, like, I'm friendly with you. I might say hi or whatever. But once it starts turning into drama, like talking about other YouTubers or like, I'm out. You will see me say, all right, I'm out. You don't see me in any type of drama. I've learned my lesson. I don't talk to people in DMs. One thing I am glad that I never did was have people have my phone number. Only less than a handful of people have ever had my phone number. Like, and that's the truth. So yeah, the best thing is to do, you know, keep it friendly, you know, as far as like a coworker. Don't tell people your business. Don't vent to other YouTubers or other people, like, and stay out of the damn drama. I don't even share your opinion. I've learned that. And I wish somebody would have told me that too. So that's why I want to talk about that as far as like comments. I mean, you know, I'm never going to say, no, oh, you're never going to get mean comments. You know, take with a grain of salt. and realize they're just miserable, delete it. Don't take it to heart. And as far as drama, just stay out of it. Watch what you say to people. I've learned this. People have to earn your trust. You know, you can't just trust people right away because you really don't know them. You know, people could act one way and don't mean that that's how they are. Because people will turn on you, you know. People gang up when they're mad and different things. And also, I've also learned, just because somebody tells you something doesn't mean it's true. I mean, nowadays, you can't even believe a video if you see it because people edit the video or manipulate it. Even a screenshot. Let's say me and you are texting. Now, I can maybe delete certain stuff that I say, delete it, and then screenshot it and show you and manipulate you to think of something that it's not. People do that. Unless it's a live video, you just can't, or you hear me say, Sally's a bitch. Do you know what I mean? You can't believe it because they could just manipulate things or just straight up lie. And don't judge people off of what somebody else says. Let's say they're upset with somebody. Let's say I'm upset with Sally and I'm venting to you about her. She's this, she's that. She's not a good friend. She don't care. She's this, she's this. Well, that doesn't mean that she's really like that. Maybe I'm exaggerating. Maybe I'm just in my feelings and I feel that way because I'm going through some stuff, right? That's what I mean when I say, just because I say it doesn't make it true. Like, don't judge somebody upon what I say. Get to know that person first before you judge. You know, I've also learned that valuable lesson on YouTube, but I don't know, this is all over the place. Before I edit, this is like almost 38 minutes long. And I don't want coffee talks to be this long because in case like today I'm going to be vlogging and I don't want to put a vlog up and have like an hour and a half, you know, like a 40-minute video and another 40-minute video. So I'm going to get off of here. Like I said, and I'm coughing. This video was all over the place. Maybe I shouldn't film this early in the morning because maybe I should have a cup of coffee and then come back with another cup and just drink a half of it or something like that and like wake up. But this is what I mean, how my mind never stops. It just goes and goes and goes and goes. And then sometimes I put my foot in my mouth. I speak about something that I shouldn't. Nothing's like planned and it just comes out. I'm talking, I'm venting, and people get in their feelings, you know, and I mean nothing by it. So I need to learn that too. That I'm still learning. But yeah, that's everything, guys. This was my morning coffee talk, and I'm going to finish my breakfast. I have some stuff to film. I'm very nervous about this video I'm filming on my main channel, but I want to do it, and I'm glad that I'm doing it. And yeah, that's everything. Let me know in the comments of this video, like for our next coffee talk, what do you guys want me to talk about? Like, is there a question that you want to know? And let me know the average minutes. Do you think this coffee talk should be 20 minutes and under, just whenever, depending on the topic, 15 minutes? Let me know down below. I really want to know. And yeah, let me know some topics to talk about for our morning coffee talk. I am going to do some live streams on our coffee talk so we could just say hi and all that kind of stuff. So I have that planned. I have some coffee mugs. This is what I want to show you too, because I'm left-handed. Of course, you know, it has this. It says coffee break. But like if you're right-handed, you don't see nothing. I mean, your eyes see. You know, you can see. So when I do my coffee mugs, I want to make sure that I have it on both. So if you're left or right-handed, you know, I don't know. I'm going to get off here because see, I just start talking about stuff. I don't know. All right, guys, please like this video. It really does help me out, or dislike it. The house mat as well. Don't forget to watch the video that I talk about YouTube and how much I make and all that kind of stuff. I will also leave my beauty channel down below. Check that out. That is a video I really want you guys to see. I think it's very important. And I think a lot of us women are going through that as we speak, or maybe have been through that. And that's everything. Don't forget to leave a comment. Commenting really does help out with engagement, even if it's just an emoji. And that's everything, guys. Stay beautiful, stay blessed, stay healthy, and most importantly, always stay you no matter what. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys. I should already know, that I just can't talk for 20 minutes and under. What was I thinking? And it's hot. I gotta put this air on. What the heck was that? I don't smoke weed, but maybe I should. Maybe that will calm me down. I don't know. That coffee's pretty daggone good.